One of the best features of n8n, and one of the key reasons why it's gotten so popular in recent months, is its AI agent node. You'll see a lot of scenarios in our community and online which will look like really super complex systems that call loads of different tools and all of that. But I'm here to explain a basic version of what an AI agent is and how you can set one up. So an AI agent within n8n, as you see it here, is this node. You can interact with this agent via their built-in chat or via external systems like Telegram, WhatsApp, or you can even call these autonomously. So they're effectively like an LLM chain within n8n. So you can attach an OpenAI chat model to this, or Anthropic Claude, for example, and you can pass in a message and it will give you an AI response. But it's a lot more powerful than that because it has built-in memory. So that means it can retain the history of your chat. So it's a little bit more like ChatGPT because you can ask it follow-up questions, for example, and it will be able to maintain previous interactions. But the big thing that gives AI agents power is their ability to call external tools, such as in this HAL system that we have within our community, it calls other AI agents, for example, a productivity supervisor, insight supervisor. But if we go to a more basic example, within our blogging agent and social sharing system, it has the ability to create an article. So we're giving the agent the ability, we can open up a chat and ask it to generate an article. And then when it does that, it's going to call this external workflow. So the agent can call other workflows within n8n directly, or it can call external tools, such as here, it's calling file.ai to generate an image, or Perplexity to research topics. So let's create the minimal, most basic agent you can create within n8n. First off, go to add first step, and I'm going to add in a chat trigger. So select chat trigger. I'm going to test this chat. I'm going to just type in hello. And there we go. It's received the chat, but there's nothing to do. Next up, we're going to type in agent and drag in AI agent. Now from there, we need to select a chat model. So I'm going to type OpenAI and assign an OpenAI chat model here. I'm going to select the OpenAI account. You can use the same OpenAI account that you used earlier on when we were collecting to OpenAI and connecting to LLM chains. I'm going to use GPT-4o for this. Now, very important, I'm going to select memory and select window buffer memory to start with. This stores the conversation in n8n memory. It's the easiest one to get set up with. There are other options such as Postgres. The easiest one to get started with is the window buffer memory. Now for here, let's just make it so it remembers the last 10 interactions with the model. And it's automatically linked in the session ID, which will work once we send a chat. So this is enough for us to get started with. Let's just press save. And I'll ask it, hello. Excellent. So here we have at the bottom left, I'll just move myself over a little bit here. You can see on the bottom left, I asked it hello here, and now it has responded with hello, how can I assist you today? Next up, I'm going to provide it with a number and see if it remembers it the next time I ask it for that number. So I'll just say, here is a number, and we'll see what it comes back with. So it says, thank you for sharing the number. So again, we can talk to this in natural language, and it's responding using an AI model. So we do not have to program everything involved here. We just provided with a number, and it's asked us, how can I assist you with that? So this by itself is already a functioning AI agent, but it is just using the training data. We're not giving it access to external tools just yet. Now I'm going to ask it, can you give me that number again? Now I'll press enter, and here we go. It's provided me with the number. And that is the exact number that we provided it. Now it has added commas in there, but that is the number. So it shows that this window buffer memory is working. And we can see that it did actually query that memory because it shows that here. That's a really cool part of this n8n agent. It executes the agent, then you can see this loading, rotating arrow. And then every time it calls either one of these tools or the memory or the chat model, you can see it there. And you can see the number of items it calls for each of those. So again, n8n have done a super implementation of AI agents within this platform. Now, here we're going to give it access to generate images. In the previous lesson, we used the HTTP node to get a Flux1 image from the file.ai image service. So let's just use the same logic we use for that and add this tool in. So you press tool, press the HTTP request tool. There are a lot of different options here. You could also just use the built-in tools within n8n. In this case, I will use the HTTP request. So I'll click into this, and I showed you how to get the credentials from file.ai to get the URL and how to add in this JSON prompt. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing here within the HTTP request. I'm just going to copy and paste in the data. This is the post method. That's the URL that we're hitting. The credential type is a generic credential type. The auth is header auth. And I will search file.ai. So that's the authorization we previously saved for this. I'll select send body. I'll select use JSON below. I'm going to copy and paste in the prompt from previous. Now, the main thing we're going to do here is delete out this hard-coded prompt, and we're going to use this placeholder. So the placeholder here, we're going to add in AI image prompt. Now, we want to define exactly what we want the AI to send into this. So we'll press add definition. So now within this placeholder name, we're going to just paste in this AI image prompt, and then that will just be provide the prompt needed to pass to the AI image generator. The type for this will be string, which is text. And that's all we need. I'm just going to add a description. We're just going to add in a description about what this tool is in natural language. I'm just going to write in an AI image generator. Provide a prompt and the AI image generator will respond with an image. So this is just a general overall description of what it does, and it can help provide or help improve the response from the agent. All right, that looks good. I'll click back to Canvas. Now from here, I'm just going to ask it to generate an image. Generate an image of a robot. I'll press enter. Now it's calling this tool. It's got the result. And look at that. It's provided the result straight here in the chat. This did not take very long to set this up. And now we have a usable external tool within this agent. Not only that, but you can also use lots of other built-in tools that you can see on the right-hand side, which you can give access to this AI agent. That's a very quick crash course on how you can create AI agents within n8n. In this case, we did not even provide any system prompt for what we want the agent to do. We were just letting the AI agent itself, let OpenAI's chat model figure out exactly what we wanted to do. However, once you get to any level of sophistication, such as if you're calling multiple tools, or if you want the agent to work within particular constraints or based on a particular operating procedure, you're very likely going to want to provide a system prompt or something for it to do. So what you can do here is go to add option, go to system message, and then provide instructions for exactly what you want it to do. For example, in our blogging blueprint, we see we've given it access to research topic, get keywords, create article, and so on. And so you can provide an operating procedure, instructions, what to do, what not to do, and so on. AI agents are a rapidly evolving area, and the capabilities of the agent very much varies on the intelligence of the underlying chat model. So in general, it's best to just give these a few tools to access. If you give them too many tools, then it will struggle to understand the context and what to do with them. Once you get set up with the basics, I highly recommend that you have a look through the other AI agent blueprints within our community. Some of them do get quite advanced, but it really shows the capabilities and how far you can stretch these, as well as their genuine limitations as it currently stands. In this HAL 9001 system, Daniel has created a multi-agent system where this main agent is communicating with other sub-agents. This is a good way to create more complex agents that are able to handle more tools, but they do come with limitations. And once AI agents get quite big, once you give them access to lots of tools, even via sub-agents like so, they get a lot more difficult to prompt, and you really need to flesh out your system prompts in order for it to basically handle all of the edge cases. So if you want to create reliable AI agents, it's usually best to create relatively small ones that have contained instructions, and then build them out and expand them as you're confident of the abilities. Again, I'd highly recommend you check out our blueprint and our video on this HAL 9001 system, because it explains the current limitations and capabilities of these systems as it currently stands. And Daniel has done quite a deep dive into lots of different agent systems. And this chat node isn't just a panel that you have within this n8n interface. You can go and make this chat publicly available where it can be hosted or embedded within a web page. You can also add authentication so that only authorized users can access this. So once you activate this workflow, go to the chat URL, then you can see you have this n8n hosted chat right here, which is a fantastic feature. So there we go. That's AI agents at a high level. I'd highly recommend you go in and just start playing around with this because it's very easy to get set up with them. And then once you do that, it's a lot easier to kind of understand the overall context of how these bigger AI agent systems work, particularly when it comes to tool calling, which can be a little bit difficult to grasp when you're just looking at tutorials online.